in the embodiment of Kevin Smith, Mr. Smith, the great legend. Oh yeah, you know. But this is thrice. Then we got the beautiful Lucci over here.
Yo, yo, yo.
We got
Where
stuck.
we at?
I don't know. There's some craziness going on. Lucci was playing so much loud music that they abducted us, and now we're on a spaceship.
A spaceship, dude.
Hey, you didn't notice? We're on a fucking spaceship. There's a planet right here. The planet.
Oh. For real?
Children, this is why we don't smoke weed. Actually, I can't say that. Anyway, so camera moved.
Yeah, that's all right. Show me around
Ignore
here.
that.
Where are we at?
Oh well, yeah. I guess we can take a little tour. So basically, I have no clue where we're at. Just kind of woke up here and called my buddy Lucci. You know, he said, "Why'd you play your music so loud?" Because they abducted me again. And here's the ship we rode in on. It's actually pretty nice.
Dude,
There was some refreshments and no anal probes. That's pretty cool.
dude, you didn't have to take me seriously when I said we were so grumpy we need to get out of here for a while. Like, you got us out of Earth for a while.
Yeah, man. They came and they said, "Dude, that music was badass," and I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'll go with you. I need to take a break." So you were sleeping, so I was like, "I'll just message him. We're gonna come get you later if you'd like."
And dude, you took me up into a spaceship?
Wait, you ready? You ready? Here, we'll give you the perfect view here. I can't even get that
Whoa.
view. It's so amazing. Look at that great broken amazing technical advanced technology.
Whoa.
All right.
Well, that's how we were able to get through, man, because, like, we're translucent.
There you go. There you go. Actually, I think there's a predator mask over here somewhere. No lie. So
So, yeah,
yeah.
where's Zero? Zero didn't get abducted?
No, no, no. He was sleeping too.
Well, dang. I'm gonna have to chime in for Zero once in a while.
What was this thing? So we're gonna sit in front of that window, but I just wanted to. Oh, it's of course, because we're in this lovely place. All right, I can't find the helmets. We're going back. I don't want to get lost. This is a big ship.
I guess he's gonna throw me some messages here from
Across the wire.
From the JD Grumpy Guy file. He says he's trying to be more positive person every day, but today he's positive that everyone's an asshole. Oh shit.
That sounds like him.
All right. Yeah.
That legit sounds like him. I would 100% believe that came out.
He said today his coffee is fueling his sarcasm, but what is fueling Thrice's stupidity? No, come on now. That sounds like him too.
That does sound like him too. Oh my god. Big shout out to Pinterest, right?
Yeah, right. Right.
Oh man, but no, that's seriously. He's a great guy. I love him like a big brother because of that. Oh, God, that's why I'm gaming together. There's a video, a clip on my Twitch channel that is us. Oh my God, I'm gonna break this camera. Hold on. But basically we're doing some like FPS stuff, and it's like tactical. Trying to teach him how to play. And he just starts yelling at me like, "That's not how you teach somebody." Like just completely screwed up. Oh my god, I'm trying to fix this real quick before we get rolling here. All right, so toggling and we're good. Yep. All right.
Doing it live.
Doing it live. So we're all set up. This is kind of just
Yeah.
going to be probably a shorter one, a little impromptu. I know I'm pretty tired, and as you can see, like we kind of were messing around there. Zero's not here tonight. Um, but yeah, it's me and Lucci here, and the infamous Jay and Silent Beb, and you know,
What up, guys? What up,
Ye-
us?
Who
We're the
in
us's.
space? We're in space. We chose a different place in space today. Looking at different offices, we're like, whatever. No, we're gonna do
Yeah, that's
something different.
totally off the grid, right?
Off the grid. Can I go through this grid actually? Let me see if I can just.
Whoa, dude. You ain't got no space helmet on. Oh, you get floated.
Okay, we're
Don't
not gonna
get
do that.
floated.
We're not gonna do that. But that was interesting. It's
You'd be pretty fucking grumpy if you were floating around in outer space there with no spacesuit on.
yeah. I'm guessing this is. Oh,
That would
wait a
be your
second.
last grumpy right there.
I don't know if I can. I'm gonna just take a chance. Just a little. Up. Okay. Yeah, we're not going through there. Anyways, so
So what is the grumpy headlines today, man?
grumpy headlines. Something going on that just happened over the weekend. This is really weird. This last week and this weekend, Australia. We don't usually talk about Australia much, so I figured give them some mad props to our down under, the Dunder brothers. Yeah, that was a joke about Dunder Mifflin. Haha, did under, down under. They like The Office. Ask any Australian friend they like The Office.
Yeah,
Anyways,
we could see him right out the window there.
what?
All right,
That's not Earth.
Australia, what's up?
That's
No,
not
that's
Earth.
not Earth. Oh yeah, we're
That's
out of our.
that's. All right. So, anyways, so Australia, Australia had a anti-lockdown protest thing, and I guess they deemed it inappropriate because of the lockdown already and or illegal. I'm not sure the legality jargon that they used, but it was really weird because they started charging people for incitement on Facebook, and a few people actually live streamed it. And it was a pregnant lady and a soldier, and the soldier actually said, "Don't go," and they still came and arrested him for incitement. So, did you hear about that going on?
Not hear anything about that, dude.
Yeah, it was crazy. So Saturday, that was all before Saturday, and then on Saturday they went ahead and people showed up. Came out, went to go do their thing, and the cops kind of started arresting people.
On the
And
protest?
yeah, yeah, and they even there's now news reports. Sorry if there's some feedback in the background. But there's now news reports of reporters on the scene talking to each other behind the scenes. They happen to be caught on camera in public, so it wasn't any legal thing. But they were saying like they've never seen this before, this kind of behavior from the police, where they weren't, they almost got arrested, and then one of the lesser mainstream media, but he's pretty popular, like he got arrested. And then they finally let him go because of the media police unit was like, you gotta let him go. But then the officers were like, you can't go towards that direction at all anymore. And he's like, I gotta go meet up with my people and da da da. And they just, if you're caught in this area in 24 hours, and then you're also gonna be followed for hindrance. So they
Well,
continued. They came to his house at 9 p.m. that night and followed up as like a consultation visit to check him to make sure he's following orders of hindrance. Or
I
like,
don't even know what the hell is going on or really what you're saying, because that shit is crazy. And no wonder we're broadcasting tonight from a freaking spaceship not even on Earth, because that shit's too crazy. Craziness.
yeah, it was pretty nuts. I mean, it was like the news reporter who got arrested went back, and it was crazy because the other two reporters in suits, who didn't get arrested were there next to cops, and I guess they had been talking before, and the cops chimed in like, well, you should have just stayed home. Because they were kind of bitching about like I don't understand why they just don't tell us where we're supposed to go, because that was their argument. Is the news reporters were like, what the hell, like the one guy, he's been in the news for 25 years, and he's like, they're being dickheads, like they're yelling at us, and then we try to ask them, and then they're like saying we're in their way, and they're just threatening to arrest us all of a sudden. It's like, are you kidding? Like, and these are mainstream media guys that then were afraid to say on camera when they knew they were on camera any kind of disparaging remark or anything about the arrest and any kind of, oh, I saw you this, you know. So it just goes to show you, like, it's rampant. Like, I don't know, like it's all a different parts of different places in the world have their different problems, but it's simple corruption and collusion, and then people being afraid to just stand up.
Yeah, it's like
You
a
know?
Jerry Springer show, and you try to change the fucking channel, and it's on that channel too, and you try to change the channel, and it's on that channel too. You know,
Yeah.
that's metaphoric. We gotta get away from all that shit.
Or you got Jerry Springer on one show and Murray on the other. You know? And then Judge
Oh,
Judy on the
they're all
next.
lining up to do shows like that now, man. That's half the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. The Desperate Housewife. I think the Desperate Housewife era led a little bit stronger into that. So, but it's I think it's just it was kind of crazy because it was something where I saw in the comments on one of the videos where it was kind of like um you have nowhere to go, like Australians are going to become refugees there's because of this crazy police state that's going on out there, and they're going to have nowhere to go. It's going to UK, it's in the US, and it's like, well, hold on. We don't have a police state here in the US. I think anything in our country, we've learned that during this election our states are allowed to be divided, and we still, like, very few people there's been very little bloodshed, honestly. Like, that's the truth. Like, we're not, they're the murder that's up right now is what happens anytime our country hits a recession or a depression or economic crisis. Like, it is just what happens. There's no way around that, and it's not like happening outside of the areas it would normally happen in, like, i.e. Chicago, and then now New York because of the defunding of the police. And California as well. That's up on the rise because obviously their priorities are not in order. Right, Lucci? Right, Lucci?
That shit's really going on. They put that through to defunding.
Yeah, dude. They've been putting defunding through a bunch of them. They
What
pulled
are they
they
gonna be
pulled
out there
officers on the
doing?
street.
Police officer freaking bikini car washes or something to raise money for themselves,
No,
or
I'm
what's
telling
going
you,
on?
some of the departments, I forget which state it was, and we'll have to do an episode where I actually have all the facts listed out. But one of the departments in one of these states, they're defunding cybercrime, gang task force, and all these other side divisions that aren't the main beat cops and detectives. And it's like, yo, that's like the main sex trafficking divisions or anything that has to do with, really protecting people's safety down the rights with technology and everything. Like, are you telling me we shouldn't have officers able to, help make sure nobody's destroying infrastructure? Like, I know for a fact out where I'm at, excuse me, the county has control of all the servers and everything, and the police are supposed to be helping with that. There's really nobody in charge. Like, I don't. They have this higher division in the state that if anything's tripped, and then they have a third party company. You know what I mean? I gotta clear my throat real quick here.
Hmm. I don't know. It doesn't sound like the place, man, I grew up at, really. You all right? Yeah, choking on all that.
Yeah, I muted for the stream because I was coughing. Yeah, but I mean that's what I mean. It's crazy, and they do away with these departments. It's not good. It's not good at all.
Oh, here's a sign over here on the wall of this spaceship. Remember to look both ways before you go fuck yourself. Uh-oh.
It sounds like something a predator would put on a spaceship. That's what this is supposed to be. The tickets I bought, it said Predator exclusive spaceship tour. But
I think
honestly,
that's a message to us as humans. We ain't looking both ways.
no, no, we're not. I think we're two
So,
two
you know
steps from a
what
zombie.
happens of all this bullshit if there was something? I mean, maybe there is something, right? Otherwise, what do we need a space force for? Do they know something we don't?
Oh, you mean like the aliens?
Yeah.
Like the aliasms? Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
they made a movie about that, man, where the aliens come down and they just parked it. And people try to communicate with them and communicate and trying to do a language. And they had some, like, you know, ambassador. They had like two ambassadors come down and learn to speak with these two people from Earth, right?
Right.
And we were going to start to go to war with each other because these ships were here and one wanted to strike on it and America didn't want them to strike on it and they were going to strike on it. The test was just, could we unite as humans? Could we unite and make one decision as all of human race? Okay, forget about other countries, forget about even the division in our countries. What would we do if we all had to unite
Yeah.
together under all the human bullshit against something else that we've never seen before? Then what?
I
See,
mean,
so does
yeah.
all the bullshit really matter? Does it
It's
matter? When you put shit into perspective, people don't put shit into perspective. Put it into a higher perspective. Most of this bullshit don't matter, y'all.
a little bit. I was trying to do a little bit with my hand, but it didn't work. Yeah, no.
What?
I was trying to like do a little bit with my hand, but it didn't like little
Oh.
bit. There we go.
Oh,
Little
there
bit.
it is.
Little bit. Anyways. But no, yeah, you're completely right. I mean, it's been in speeches. You know, there's been man, I'm blanking on memory tonight. But you know, let there be an external force, you know, that just unites us together, and it would almost be great for society. That's even a conspiracy theory now, is that the government's gonna eventually release aliens. It's not gonna be real, because they're trying to get us to unite under one global, you know, enslavement.
I mean,
But
there's just
you
still
know,
humanity, right? When there's tsunamis and devastating hurricanes and natural disasters, you know, we're one of the first people that try to send some food and water and resources as a humanitarian effort. But
very
where
true.
is all of that without a natural disaster?
Right? Why isn't it a
It's a
continue?
humanitarian effort every day.
You know, and the problem is, I think, is because we live in these isms. So it's like you're not a capitalist if you just give your stuff away or give like a proportion of your income away to the rest of society. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of a sad thing is you can still have a firm foot in the capitalistic culture and still be like, well, 30% of my income I really don't need, you know, so why don't I give it away? And I personally don't think the government should regulate that, but at the same time, I think it should be like traditional. Like I think it should be something that, you know, Christian, Catholic, Muslim, you know, Jewish, uh, just any kind of culture should really take up as like in the churches, in the temples, you know, in their place of worship and community gather. Like if you're a part of this country, it should be a group effort of all of us, you know. And if you're an atheist, like just in the science communities, in the tech community, like everybody, you know, Jeff Bezos and you know Zuckerberg, and then you got Hollywood. Like people should just move forward with that concept, and I think it would be a great example of how we can govern ourselves without actually having to pass a fucking law that taxes you an extra 20% because you make more than so much. Like that's what I think it's so stupid. We argue about this all the time in politics. And it's just like why can't we just do it? Like why can't certain people just do it? And if 60% of the society, even if 30 to 40% of society chooses to give an extra so much and we create that ability to do so, you know, and I don't know. It gets complicated because then you have vetting networks. You have like, is this charity actually doing what it's supposed to, or is this group doing what it's supposed to? How much of the money is being leached into somebody's pocket? Like, there's so much that goes into all that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I think that goes back into we were kind of talking before the podcast, the concept of disconnection. You know, being disconnected in the society nowadays. It seems like individuals are becoming more and more disconnected with technology. You know, it's supposed to be bringing us together, and you know, it's like it's kind of really bringing us together in a weird,
Well,
disconnected
that's
way.
funny too, because some people need to stay disconnected to actually get some of the what's real here. But yeah, I see what you're saying about there's a disconnect. But then there's also a disconnect, and you know what I'm saying, right?
Well, elaborate a little bit.
Well, yeah, like the issues and headlines and the stories. You know, you have to disconnect yourself from that so that if you start feeling emotions when you hear some stuff and it starts to make you angry and whatever, you need to disconnect from that. Because if you start to feel the energy, it's like an umbilical cord, okay? And when you
Mm-hmm.
feel that energy getting created into you, you need to disconnect from that. You don't need to be filled with that negative energy. You
Right.
know, even if it's just a short term so you don't overload, you know. So, I mean, it's kind of metaphorical to an electrical circuit, but in some aspect, we're electrical circuits, are we not? A hundred
Yeah. Very
percent we
true.
are. Let me look at the human nervous system. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, that's kind of going into
A
what.
circuit board like your house, dude. When you have your panel, you know, oh, probably everyone's had to go down to their panel and flip the switch, right? Because you overloaded your circuits. It's the same concept. That's a metaphor right there. You know, then your circuits get overloaded, and you yell at somebody who doesn't have the same beliefs as you because it built up, and you have to expel that energy somewhere else. So then what? As soon as you're on Facebook and see a post about, oh, you know, this presidential candidate or that one, and you really get divided and heated. Well,
Yeah.
it's
And
all
then
electrical, man.
and then tribalism kicks in, which you could talk about is that electromagnetic collective consciousness, which they're really starting to study. That we all tune into the same frequencies when it comes to our thought patterns. Excuse me tonight. Jeez. But going into the electrical side even further, like they're going now into the whole Neuralink. Did you see the Neuralink news with Elon Musk and the pigs? The pigs.
The pigs. I did not.
The pigs. They got the pigs now with the Neuralink, measuring their brain waves, showing their functions, how their brain
What?
operates,
So
what they're
they can
doing.
talk to us while we
Not
eat
yet.
bacon?
Not yet, but soon you'll be eating bacon while you're talking to your pet pig, and the pig will be like, I know you're eating bacon now. And you're going to be like, but it tastes good. And the pig's going to be like, well, just give me a piece. A
Save
hundred
me a piece.
percent. A
Save
hundred
me
percent.
a piece of my uncle, would you?
Well, it's not gonna be
That's
his uncle, and a
ridiculous.
pig will know that. Honestly, probably pigs are pretty damn smart. He'll be like, I feel like I should be upset, but that smell is so damn good, because that's how pigs think. Pigs just eat anything. Like that is the truth. Ask a mob guy, he'll say, yeah. Don't ask about your Uncle Jimmy. you know, he was a good guy until that last year, and then he screwed us all over and had to disappear with the pigs.
Metaphor. It's all metaphor, isn't it?
Exactly. But no, yeah, and that's kind of the
Are
funny
we the
part.
pigs consuming all this yummy media bullshit?
Animal House, Animal House, yeah.
Yeah, we'll eat anything, won't we?
Oh man, it's crazy.
Bullshit.
But that's what I mean. Is it's just we got to be careful. Individualism is great, but spending time with people, whether it's giving your friends a call to just talk, and get away from the screen, And I know I'm saying that while in a VR headset, but I use VR for social a lot. Like,
Yeah,
you
get
know,
in a spaceship and leave Earth for a while and kick it, get a new
Well, and that's
perspective.
another thing is I actually do. I jump into Elite Dangerous and I get into a spaceship. It's got a whole cockpit system in VR. I have to learn a bunch of buttons because I have an overlay of extra controls that actually make it so like I'm like this, like my hands are like this, and I have to push this and push that and push this and then change over this. Oh, my engines and my weapons over here. It's completely nuts. Multiple windows all around me.
The whole
And
group of society that likes that reality more than this reality and prefers to spend most of their waking consciousness in a different
well,
simulation other than this simulation. And you know what? Look it up. There's plenty of people who believe that our existence right now is
yep.
a simulation. And we're talking about highly educated physicists. I watched a
Yeah.
video on a panel of physicists, and they
Yeah.
start breaking down everything into its source, and it all becomes ones and zeros.
Yep.
It's like
And
a computer program, and
they found
plug
an
their soul to it.
algorithm.
Yeah.
They found like one of the algorithms or one of the segments of code or segments of mathematical equation or something. It's not code, mathematical equation that's in the web browsers like that we use is in the universe. Like somehow like I'm butchering it, but there's a correlation. Like that is 100% nuts right there. You know what I mean? That we found any of our math that we use in the internet in the universal code. Like what? This is an online server? Wait,
Right.
hello? And devs, admin. I need an admin. Where's the button? There's got to be a button somewhere. you know, I need an admin. Do I got to put both my pinkies together and then click my heels and then spin around 3 times? Like,
I tell you what, if people can get jobs in these other reality worlds, then that's it, man.
yeah.
They wake up, they put on their VR headset, go to
Mhm.
work in a different reality, come home, take off their headset, watch a little TV in this simulation before they crash out again, right?
Well, and that's the whole thing that kind of frustrates me a little bit is it's just the delay of time. I mean, like I'm talking about that Elite Dangerous. There's a Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's the one I was just talking about that a friend of ours got me, and it's like Ace Flight Simulator, and there's all these simulators, and then there's with the whole military tactical stuff. There's so many levels and layers to what we can do with this technology. And the moment that the newer generations can kind of realize this is going on, who aren't exposed to it and see and the potential of it can be utilized in like the government and the school, I think a lot of what we're even going through in our country right now would change dramatically. I mean, if everybody had a VR headset, like we'd all be able to talk. Like first of all, like most of our country is disconnected, but there's a whole bunch of us with VR headsets. And Lucci, I know that you're not a part of that what I'm talking about right now, but there's a whole bunch of us with VR headsets in like VR chat, Neos, Sansar, different social groups, as well as like the games I'm talking about, Elite
All
Dangerous,
right, I tell you
Pavlov.
what, dude, here's the challenge then. You were mentioning Elon
Well,
Musk,
hold
and
on, hold
he's
on, real quick,
doing,
hold on. All I'm
yeah.
saying though is that like these headsets have literally connected people from Russia, France, Brazil, Portugal, the United States, Canada. And gaming was already doing that, but now we can like reach out and touch each other in a way. It's very different. And to sit down like this, like how you guys are seeing me move like this, to sit down like this and be able to like lean in and talk to each other, and you have that the view. It's a lot different. You guys see my
It's
movement, but
giving
from
back those
my eyes, it's
senses that I
different.
said were taken away by talking through chats and talking through texting. You're adding it
Yes,
back now because you can have the
yes,
gestures. I can see how you're talking with your
right.
physical gestures. Yes.
Right, and I'm doing stuff in the background during this podcast, so I try to make up for it
That's
to show the
amazing.
expression. And but it really is, and soon they're talking about some of these new headsets coming out. The eye tracking is going to be like so the next generation headsets are pretty much going to start including eye tracking as well as mouth tracking. So the eye and mouth right now are done through kind of a mock algorithm, but in the future, in like the next year to 2 years, the new headsets are going to start to include the eye tracking and the mouth tracking. So I can literally move my mouth around in between talking. Because like right now, if I stop talking, nothing happens. And then my eyes, if I actually get close to the camera, it looks like I have a dead soul inside. so
Yeah.
uh, that's what the body movement, everything like that, me moving my head, it helps add to the expression of the character, so you don't see the dead soullessness that is this avatar.
Well, hey, if you can hook up a VR headset and have someone rig up my lawnmower so that I can put this VR headset on and just kick it in my chair and cut my grass, dude, that'd be the bomb.
I mean, the Quest is wireless, so I mean, technically, you could do that. You could just hook a battery pack up to your hip and then throw on the headset. And honestly, you can access VR chat through the Quest. The biggest thing
No,
you'd
then
have to
I'd
have a
still have to
Wi-Fi
cut the
router,
lawn.
huh?
Then I'd still have to cut the lawn.
Oh,
I'm
you mean
saying like hooking up virtual reality to where things in real life are automated and you can just get them done through a virtual headset without actually having to get your hands dirty, so
Well,
to speak.
one, I would never promote automating lawn mowing while in VR because that sounds super dangerous. That's like 5 years down the road, and I don't want to be responsible for that job. But no,
All of a
I mean,
sudden, the neighbor has a missing dog post
oh
putting
my
up
god,
on one of the street lamps.
so
Have you
many
seen
things.
Scruffy? Shit. Sorry,
Oh my god, you
sorry, it was a
know.
glitch.
Honey, did you see the kids' toys? I left them out to dry. You know, it's just like so many things. That'd be a long commercial of just things that you destroy with the. But I got to play my favorite video game. Just kidding. There is so much more you can do with VR though. You can do classes, you can do all sorts of stuff. It's coming. It's just not there yet. Like
Yeah,
I
then you
think
can have it just like in a different window. You swipe it out, you look at that window. Oh, okay, I'm almost done cutting the grass. Swipe that window out.
well,
You're in a meeting. Swipe that
yep,
out.
that's
Yeah.
true. I mean, right now I have in the game that we're using VR chat, there is a camera that is sitting here in front of me. I can move around, but it's locked in place right now, and that's what's capturing the image. You know, I see through my eyes, you know, so it's a whole different view. There is a window you guys can't see behind the J face. And then I have another window down below it that's the chat. And the window above is the actual stream so I can see what the stream sees. So yeah, I mean it's already at the point where if I want and I'm in a low enough processing game, I can open up multiple windows and be watching like a tutorial while working on coding. So the issue for me is like these things, especially the Oculus Quest, I'm running off of Wi-Fi, so I consciously know that I have Wi-Fi on my face. You know, and that kind of makes me feel uncomfortable. So as much as like I do use the Quest a lot, I kind of like backed off the office work in it. Um,
Okay.
I had a smaller monitor, but we got a bigger one because it was just like I can't wear the headset all the time. I've really been looking at getting a wired headset for office work because it's just like I just I know that having Wi-Fi on your face is not smart, you know. And that's the one issue with the whole VR technology is we still haven't gotten to the point of figuring that quite out. Because I don't know, man. That's one thing that makes me grumpy is cell phone technology is not being honest about radiation with, you know, uh, with just the I don't know. I feel a little dumb right now.
Yeah, see, they tuned up your frequency there. It fried your brain, man. Yeah,
No, I mean I'm not trying to go on conspiratorial. I'm just saying it's been proven that they're like way that it's measured. It's like it's not quite proper. Just there is you shouldn't ever put a phone next to your head basically. Which this is a phone on my face. So it is kind of interesting that most people know that, and we still negated it. I don't agree with putting these on kids' faces for more than like 30 minutes at a time almost per day, depending on the age. You
You
know.
think that has anything to do with what's going on in the streets, man? You know,
No,
that
man.
the
That's what I
actual
mean. Most
world.
of them don't even have VR, and I think if most of them had VR,
No, I just meant the five and 4G stuff. You know.
oh, I don't know. I've looked at the science behind 5G and everything like that, and it's like, you know, I I'm a very I'm a very big fence sitter when it comes to radiation. I think the human body can definitely handle electromagnetic radiation and doses, especially the ones we use modern, because those aren't the ones used for electromagnetic weapons. It's just not. Different frequencies are used. I don't know what they are exactly, but I looked into it for a while and it made me comfortable enough that I just said whatever and just stopped worrying about it because it was like I just know to avoid it. I know that there's certain like lead paint and stuff like that. Like you want to avoid using that kind of stuff because it can concentrate the signal within a room, or it causes some devices to push harder because they're not getting signal to your phone or something like that, or to the device it's supposed to. You know, and I
Well,
could be
something's
butchering
gotta
all
be
this,
the
but
explanation for this nonsense that's going on, you know? I mean, really, it's something zapping the last of what I thought was left of common sense, man.
oh well, I mean, you could argue and just say it's in the water, man. I mean, they've shown for years the way that our sewage system and everything works with all the pharmaceuticals. I mean, it's ridiculous. But here's the truth. Here's the truth. You get people who act crazy or are complacent. It's generally because of drugs. That's the truth, or because of lack of nutrition. You know, one of the biggest things in our country is the culture of farming and
Even
growing
if
up
you
on
take
good
all
old
that
cooking.
out of it, you have two normal people getting divisive over things, even without those factors you just said.
What do you mean?
Without drugs, without alcohol. Just the whole Democratic Republican shit, dude.
No, but I'm saying it's nutrients. If it's not drugs, it's nutrients. I'm a firm believer in that. That our freaking society is sick. Like we are not good. Most of us.
Oh,
It's
malnourished and
yeah,
nutrients. Got it,
yeah.
got it.
If you're not malnourished, most people in our country aren't malnourished on calories. That's the trick. And everybody's like, oh, well, there's food everywhere. But no, there's tons of food deserts where they have no nutrients in their food. It's all calories, and there's literally no nutrients besides artificial vitamins and enriched supplements, or and enrichment minerals, and that's not good for anybody, including the rest of society, not just the people who consume it. Because then again, they can't think. And it's not that they become, completely stupid. It's that you can't think clearly. I know. I am addicted to carbs sometimes because I have an addictive personality.
It makes you grumpy.
It makes me more grumpy and it makes me cloudy, foggy, like dumb, like it just blah, and I'll crash, I'll sleep like more than I need to, and it's you get insulin spikes. Like these are all things you can look into. It's why the keto diet became so popular. There's just so much to it, and it's nutrients is huge. I think nutrients is a huge part of it. People drink a good amount of water daily. They get nutrients. They take like herbal and medicinal stuff like mushrooms and wild herbs and berries. Like it's that's it. That's all you got to do. And get outside. Get the fuck outside. I live in VR for half my life, but I go outside still. Go
Well, people have
outside.
been selling supplements since the 70s, man. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really supplements are one thing. Like I take nootropics. That's one thing, but I really don't take vitamin supplements. I take a raw green powder mix and I take a mushroom powder mix with these different like powders. But I mean they're not supplements in the sense of like I don't know. I grew up with supplements in the sense of like NO2, taking like NOS supplements that had different kind of compounds in it, along with amino acids, and like the actual raw supplements. I don't do that anymore. The most I'll do is like branched chain amino acids, or I actually mainly do branched chain amino acids in like collagen and gelatin, and then like again the green powders, mushroom powders, like it's all powders of an actual food or thing. You know what I mean? That was dehydrated. It's not like an extraction process.
Makes sense, man. Eat better, think better, right?
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't go completely vegan, but I still took it to heart of eat living. You know what I mean? So the closer you can get to raw living food, the better. I mean, I love sourcing meat and making sure it's taken care of, and then
Is
I
that
can
why
eat
you
it
were a
raw.
zombie last week?
Oh, dude, I've had some dishes. Whew. People be like, "You are a zombie." I'm like, "Yep, but not a cannibal. I only eat animal brains, bitches." Actually, I don't even think I've eaten brains before. I'm just eating organs and stuff, heart and liver. Oh yeah, yummy.
People been eating that for generations too. I remember my grandma trying to make liver, and I kind of wasn't having it as a kid.
Kind of wasn't
I'd be like,
having
what's for dinner?
it. We're not eating another animal's
Can
liver,
I
Grandma.
have some SpaghettiOs again, Grams?
Come on, Grandma. Come on, Grandma, please.
Them
Please.
always had the cans of SpaghettiOs.
Yeah.
and
Love that.
Oreo cookies.
Oh, my grandma spoiled me. But you know, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it on that one because I do have a busy day tomorrow, and I already said we're gonna keep it kind of 30, 40 minutes, and we got started a little late, but
Yeah.
we still did it. We got 40-minute mark here, and I felt like we covered some good topics, kind of a real wholesome grumpy stream. No, didn't really get too into stuff, I don't think, but we're not always going to be too upset. We're just going to be grumpy, you know? And I know I'm a little tired. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when you try your hardest not to be a fucker, but everyone you deal with is a fucker, so you might end up being a bigger fucker or just out fuck the fuckers, dude. There you go.
what he said. So, remember, hit that like button, subscribe. Um, we're going to try to actually do some windows in the next time. So, I'm trying to get some like spaces. So if you're on VR Chat or Sansar or Neos, let me know if you have any cool spaces or ideas when it comes to filming.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna be trying to change some stuff up here over the next few episodes. So you might see some new settings, new backdrops. We might just randomly be on a beach or in a strip club or at a bar. Who knows? So yeah, but I really do.
And yeah, remember everyone to draw a map. Okay, that's the homework for the week. Draw a map. So that's when you need to tell someone to fuck off, they'll know exactly where to go.
You've got
And
your
on
homework
that
from
note,
Lucci. Uncle Lucci here, guys, giving you your homework for the week.
no, that one was from Zero over at JD on Pinterest.
Oh well, there you go. There you go. Big shout out to Zero. He couldn't be here tonight, but we should see him next week. If not, he's always going to be popping in and out. He's got some stuff going on, so that's we all got our own personal lives. But we will keep doing a show Monday. And yeah, we're gonna be trying to get some guest slots as well filled. So if you are interested in coming on, being grumpy for 30 minutes to an hour, even 15, if you just got a little rant you want to share, send it on over. Come on, send it on over. I'm gonna go
Do
ahead
it
and include our
live.
email too in the description. What'd you say?
Grumpy guys doing it live. Do it
Doing it
live.
live. So
All right.
see you next time
Thanks,
when we're live.
everyone. Peace.
Peace out, grumpy guys. Out.